Hello everyone. Thanks you joined the session. So we'll start the session. Before starting, let me introduce myself. Hope most of you know about me. I'm Krishna, working as a senior technical leader. From the past 6 years, I am used to provide the trainings on the .NET, React, Angular, Python related. And recently, I'm providing the specialized sessions on the interview preparation oriented. Okay. So this session I have created to discuss one of the system design. For example, let me take the problem statement here. It is so not only the system design the session, I'm going to be show you the practical coding here. I'm going to be explain the almost 10 to 20, 10 to 15 different interview questions, what frequently asking in the interview. And in the interviews also nowadays, the companies interviewer asking about the please share your screen and do something. So and a few of the students are saying like they are giving the 45 minutes of the time they want to be present something. So some situations, right, 45 minutes may not be enough until you are having a strong knowledge on each and every topic how it is working, correct? So let me start on this problem. So here my system design was a simple. The application should allow the users to search for a product by entering the keyword in a search box. So what is the my requirement? The front end should be in the React, backend on the ASP.NET Core Web API, database is the SQL Server. So here I'm going to be focused fully on the .NET Core Web APIs. Okay, we'll show you how to work on the front end React as well. So what is a functional non-functional requirement? 90% you are going to be satisfied the functional requirement, though in the interview or normal project. Non-functional requirements are there, which is out of the functional requirement. These are the good to have. These are the wow factors for your projects to be had. For example, what is my functional requirement? User can enter a search in the search input. I have the detailed search box. Okay, user results should be displayed dynamically. Okay, the backend API should return the database and return the database results matching the search results. Okay, so search should support partial matching. Partial means in between the text also. If I type something, it should be matched. Next, what is my expectation? It should be case insensitive. Next one is a display the product name, description, and the price. What is a non-functional requirement here? Okay. So search response should be fast. For example, user can type fast, right? For example, in Amazon, if you open something and typing, right? Okay, you want to purchase a laptop. If you are typing very fast, right? So here you need to be check for the number of requested during that search. That also you need to be control. I will explain the debouncing technique. Okay, for example, while user is searching very fast, how we can able to strategy to call an API. Okay, so the system should handle thousands of products and a request. So here is the point, avoid excessive API calling. So user wants to purchase a laptop, Lenovo laptop. Okay. For example, Dell. Dell also L for Lenovo. So it is matching, right? Okay. So it should don't do like a excessive API calling. So how to handle? So non-functional requirement is a major part. It will is going to be at the wow factor once you completed the application. Okay. So during this problem statement, I will show you from the database level to UI level. So for this one, I'm not going to be create any store procedures. My focus is to create entity framework objects. Okay, so don't worry, we'll see it step by step. So here is the system design as I just talked on it, right? So once in the interview, they want asking about any system design. Don't go for create an API. Okay, so calling the service, calling the database. So let us come up with at least one design pattern. So many design patterns are there. Secrets design patterns, onion patterns, MVC pattern. Okay, MVC is architectural pattern. Okay, so here I'm going to be take like a simple design pattern which contains the dependency injection design pattern, repository pattern. Okay, and I will explain this one. So here is my expectation. So once a user is a search in the search box, I will send a request to an API. Okay, so during this request, API will go to the request will go to the API first? No, it will go through the middleware pipeline. In this middleware pipeline, in this session, I will explain about how to create exception handler middleware. So next, from the API to a where it will go IOC container. So I will show you how to create IOC container. So where all the dependencies will be relay on it. Next, the request will go to your business logs. From the business logic to it is going to be go to a repository pattern. In the repository pattern, you are having the POCO classes. Okay. See, while in the interview are a normal, right? Normal terminology you should be avoid. For example, you are having the 3 years of experience. You want to get a 3 into 5, 15 lakhs to 20 lakhs. You should add like some terminology. I will explain this POCO classes also. Okay. So next, I need to maintain the connection string. Okay. So in this repository pattern, the object of the database entity class will be created and shared to a service and to a repository and then query to a data. The response will be coming back in between. Any exception is handling. The exception handler will be file. So to replicate this problem statement, here is my 3D diagram for this one. Though in the interview, right, you should be analyze. Okay. So analyze it and visualize that what type of the design pattern you are going to be take it and do it. So first interviewer will ask like for this problem, what was your take on? Okay. Okay. In general, we are going to be start like simple AI will be there. I'm going to be creating a React. Next API will be there. I'm going to be creating a .NET Core. Okay. So this API will be called the entity framework. Rather than first visualize it, sit ideal for at least 3 seconds, come up with a one design pattern. Okay, so you need to explain like I'm going to be take this design pattern, so and so design pattern with this so and so API. Okay, so let me start on it. Okay, so I have the database as I told you. I'm not going to be use any store procedure. So simple, I'm having the database here. Okay, so in the database, I'm having a table products. I have the list of the products are here. Okay. So my database is ready. Simple. I have created a table, inserted it, some records before to mention. Okay. So next, break down the requirement. You need to be visualize this diagram. Okay, and you need to be break down this diagram where to be started. So let me tell you break down this diagram and start it. First, we need to be create a .NET Core application. Okay, so let me create a .NET Core application. So create a new application. While you are creating the project name also, don't create like a demo or don't create like a, some API example. Okay, for example, I'm going to be build a product search system design. Correct and simple. Give it product search system design. Okay. Next. So I'm taking this one. Configure HTTPS. I don't want to HTTPS. Simply I'm creating a project. So this is a what type of application creating? I'm creating the web API. Now tell me how many different type of APIs are there? Please unmute yourself and tell me. If I say an API, API is only one type or it is having the multiple different types?
Multiple type is there,
Many.
normal API, REST, graphical QI, API,
Hmm.
and REST API.
Yes. See.
Yeah.
Okay. So you should be faster. So our students know about, right? If you say API, API is nothing but a simply application programming interface. Okay. So in this API, so don't think like API is a one point and don't think like a .NET is, for example, you are using the .NET 5 plus version, we're calling as a unified .NET. What is mean by unified .NET? Earlier in the .NET framework, you are having the .NET framework. It is a cross operating system. No, you need to install the Mono. For example, can I use this .NET framework in the mobile development? Yes, you need to install the Xamarin. So .NET framework need to install in the Mono to be on the Xamarin. So this is like a multi-layer you need to be do. So .NET framework was completely rewritten the .NET Core because to support the cloud as well as few issues to be solved. Okay, so such a issue, so I have discussed in the one of the session like production issue session, demo session. So if you need the session, you can go to our Smart Tech is Up YouTube channel. If you don't have the link, let me ping us. I will share you that link. There I have discussed about what are the some of the problems only, not all the problems of .NET Framework to .NET Core. So .NET 5 plus version we're calling as unified .NET because you don't need to go for a mono or something else. This will be work on anywhere. See, .NET application, don't think like only for web-based application. It can be web application, it can be Windows application, it can be gaming application. One of the student is in current batch. He was working on the gaming application using the .NET. Next, .NET used in embedded systems also. .NET used in the robotics also. Robotics means, for example, you can see in the robotics, right? Normal robotics, what you can speak, it also can speak or act. How it is acting? It is need to be work on the data, need to be take the data from you, do it process. There also we are using the .NET application. So .NET application is using everywhere. Embedded system means not only the C or C++ or Python, .NET also we are using. Okay. For example, there is one of the client, he is into the insurance domain, which I have worked very long back. Okay. So they're having a sensor for that embedded system. Sensor. In the insurance, the sensors will be predict the upcoming the weather, any floods are coming. So how it is processing? Backend is the .NET application. They are using the C# programming in the embedded system also. Okay. So if I say API, we're having so many different type of APIs. Maybe you can take it as on a running point, and I will share you the detailed recording and the notes it later. That is the reason just asking to text a hi in the WhatsApp. So web API, minimal API, gRPC, graphical API. So one of the demo session I have explained about this graphical API. Everybody know the web API. Okay. Next, data, OData API, SOAP API, SignalR, Razor, MVC, webhooks. Okay, so in this session, let me focusing on this minimal API. So what is the minimal API? So what is mean by minimal API? Simple, you know, right? Minimal API is a part of the .NET 6 version. Okay, so it was introduced in the .NET 6 version, designed for your REST API simply in a program.csy. Okay, so what is the benefit of this one? You don't need to be create a controller. You don't need to be add a action method. Simple. You can able to configure plug and play like same your REST methods like get to, post to, put to, delete inside of your program.csv. Okay, so now let me go on to create this minimal API. So my .NET Core application is ready. Let me go for this program.csv.